Hey everyone, welcome back to The Explainer. Okay, let's dive right into this. Today, we're focusing entirely on A Course in Miracles, specifically ACIM Lesson 57. If you've been following along with these concepts, or even if you just want to understand the profound mental shifts this text offers, you're definitely in the right place.
So the core focus of today's lesson is exactly what it says right there, reviewing previous lessons 31 through 35. Think of Lesson 57 as this really powerful consolidation point. It brings together 5 foundational ideas that can completely flip how we perceive our reality.
So our roadmap for this explainer is pretty straightforward. First, we've got the Lesson 57 introduction. Then, escaping the prison, shifting your perspective, choosing inner peace, embracing universal holiness, and finally, a quick summary and daily practice.
All right, let's jump right into Section 1, ACIM Lesson 57 Introduction. Just to give us a clear, structured roadmap of the ideas we're unpacking today, here are the 5 specific review statements. Number 1, I am not the victim of the world I see. Number 2, I have invented the world I see. Number 3, there is another way of looking at the world. Number 4, I could see peace instead of this. And number 5, my mind is part of God's. I am very holy. These 5 points really build upon one another to create a radical shift in your mindset.
Moving right along to Section 2, Escaping the Prison.
This brings us to Lesson 31, I am not the victim of the world I see. The source text poses a really fascinating question here. How can you possibly be a victim of a world that can literally be completely undone if you just choose to undo it? The core idea is that absolutely nothing holds you in this world. It's only your own wish to stay that keeps you feeling like a prisoner.
Now, what's really interesting here is this metaphor of an open prison door. The text literally states, the prison door is open. I can leave simply by walking out. Translating that into our everyday experience, it's about the realization that nothing is actually holding us back except our own limiting beliefs. We can just drop our chains merely by having the genuine desire to let go of those self-imposed negative limitations and insane wishes.
And that naturally flows right into Lesson 32, I have invented the world I see. Think about it. If you aren't a victim of the world, what exactly is it? Well, the text explains that we actually made up the prison in which we see ourselves trapped. We are literally the architects of our own distress.
So the crucial point here is that simply recognizing we invented this mental prison is all we need to do to be free of it. The text points out that we've deluded ourselves into believing we can imprison the Son of God, which it calls a bitter mistake. But by releasing that mistake, we realize that we are forever free, exactly as created, and not bound by the limitations we tried to force on ourselves.
Okay, Section 3, Shifting Your Perspective.
Here we review Lesson 33. There is another way of looking at the world. The source text points out something pretty humbling right here. It suggests that, currently, our thoughts are the literal opposite of truth, and that we actually see everything upside down. Because we assign the wrong purpose to the world, making it a prison, there naturally has to be another, much truer way to perceive it.
And this brings us to a massive cognitive reframe. On one side, we have the world as a prison we invented. But on the other side, we have the world as a place to find freedom. The logic here is just beautiful. If the world isn't meant to be the prison we ascribe to it, its true purpose must be a place where ultimate freedom is actually found. You start looking upon the world as it is, not as your fears projected it to be.
Which leads us to Section 4, Choosing Inner Peace.
Here we have Lesson 34, I could see peace instead of this. Because when you finally begin to see the world as a place of freedom rather than captivity, you realize that it actually reflects higher laws. And this brilliantly illustrates the contrast between the rules we made up, which inherently result in conflict and war, and the laws of God, which represent pure peace. The text notes that when we actively choose peace, we begin to perceive that this exact same peace also abides in the hearts of absolutely everyone sharing this world with us. It's a shared state, not an isolated one.
All right, moving to Section 5, Embracing Universal Holiness.
But before we read the final statement, I want you to chew on this rhetorical question. Where does this profound shared peace actually come from? We just talked about perceiving it in the world and in other people, but what is its true, ultimate source?
Well, the answer is found in Lesson 35. My mind is part of God's. I am very holy. The source material explains that as you share the peace of the world with your brothers, you begin to understand that this peace actually comes from deep within yourself.
So the crucial point is how forgiveness really works in this framework.
The text says that the world literally takes on the light of your forgiveness and then shines that forgiveness right back at you. In this light, those illusions you held about yourself are totally removed, revealing the hidden holiness of all living things and highlighting our profound oneness.
Finally, Section 6, Summary and Daily Practice.
Remember, the overarching theme here is reviewing previous lessons 31 through 35. We've walked through quite the journey today, haven't we? From realizing we aren't victims of a world we invented, to shifting our entire perspective, consciously choosing peace, and ultimately recognizing our shared holiness.
Now, your practical instruction for today is to keep these 5 ideas firmly in your mind. The text specifically asks that you review them continuously throughout the day today. So this isn't just a quick morning read. It's an ongoing mental practice to really anchor these shifts in your perception. Oh, and hey, real quick, if you found this explainer valuable in unpacking these concepts, please make sure to hit that like button and subscribe. It really helps us continue breaking down complex topics for you.
I want to leave you with this final provocative thought. If your perception alone builds your prison, what incredible reality could you walk right into today simply by changing your mind? Keep that question with you, practice these reviews continuously throughout the day, and I'll see you in the next explainer.